Family systems in the Filipino martial arts are an integral thread in the fabric of our beloved art. It has historically been the engine that gave FMA such rich diversity, and that diversity has been part of FMA's broad appeal outside of the Philippines. While it is not my intention to dissuade lineage holders from wanting to keep bloodlines pure and keeping the system within the sole control of heirs, it's important to discuss the potential negative effects of this practice. First of all, I want to direct you to a video I made several years back that illustrate the positive outcomes of family systems in the past. I'll put the link to that video in the description. I do hope that you check it out. In short, it was historically important to keep fighting tactics, techniques, and strategies within small, closed circles to protect them from getting into the hands of rival clans and tribes, most importantly in times of war and great instability. It's important to note that back then it was never a part of one's intention to, quote, spread the art nor to propagate it to the masses. The purpose was clear and simple: protect the system, protect its secrets in order to protect the family. Now, in times of peace, the intention dramatically shifted to one in search of prosperity and growth. It shifted from survive to thrive. And so some of these family systems were laid to rest as subsequent generations sought wealth, prosperity, and freedoms. We shouldn't grieve the loss of these systems. We should celebrate the notion that they did exactly what they were meant to do, what they were designed for. Now, for one reason or other, some systems persisted and evolved. There was prestige and earning potential in propagating the arts. This is a path we should equally respect and celebrate. Now let's get back to the idea of keeping FMA systems within the family. Let's begin by talking about the positive outcomes. There's this sense of pride and prestige with being a lineage holder. Additionally, it can serve the dual purpose of protecting the family while providing it with avenues to generate income. This is not a bad thing, although it is sometimes vilified. Then there's legacy. Everyone wants to be remembered, and it brings future generations great pride and perhaps opportunities to also prosper. Nothing wrong with that. Now let me say again that if it is the intention of grandmasters to keep systems within the family, we ought to respect that. There is absolutely no argument there. But at the same time, as family systems spread and more members join, we must also accept that opinions will be expressed. And we cannot deny that social media is a platform of expressing our opinions as the town square used to be. And the freedom to express opinions and have dialogue is part of the fabric of most civilized societies. Now, let's discuss some of the potentially negative outcomes of keeping it in the family. If the Grandmaster's intentions is to promote, spread, and propagate the art, it is entirely possible that the system heir will be ill-equipped to manage that. It's also important to note that some heirs simply don't want the burden of leading an entire system. And so if the intention is to spread the art, keeping it in the family can be catastrophic. Now, this isn't always the case. We have great examples of systems flourishing when ownership is kept within bloodlines. Now, when an FMA community grows to a certain point of adoption, it becomes increasingly difficult to appease the opinions and sensibilities of all of its members. And we have all observed drama and politics has run rampant in FMA and in all martial arts that have experienced this parabolic or exponential growth. If we look just briefly at political systems, it's unlikely that a dictatorship model, benevolent as the leader may be, is likely to thrive over time. Empires are designed to crumble or be overthrown, often from the inside. Now, the same can be said of family systems. We see splinters, division, and offshoots that choose freedom and sovereignty, and while we ought to respect their choice, oftentimes when these offshoots become successful, the jealous and insecure will claim them to be ungrateful, watered down, impure, or inauthentic. However, if we observe the most successful FMA systems today, we can determine that the most successful ones are based on meritocracy, in which the most deserving leads the pack. But we can also observe that within these groups, there are often elements of democracy pulsing through them. They're led by a board, an association, a committee, or a panel of trusted decision makers that take the total health of the system into account beyond just their personal gains. These are the systems that will stand the test of time. These are the systems who will be the most equipped to adapt and to address the demands of future generations, including conflict. These are the ones who stand the greatest chance of accomplishing the duality of intentions that are often split between legacy and prosperity and preservation of art, history, and culture. Guys, whenever I say something like family systems are destined to die, this is an expression of the most probable truths. This is not an insult. To think that these statements are insulting or spitting in the face of the founders' intentions. That said, it is a noble cause to want to save elements of them for record-keeping, posterity, and pride. But unless you're in the family, understand that even this noble cause can be misinterpreted. There are some folks who might see this post and purposefully skew my words and my intentions. These people will never go away. They are parasitic, they are insecure, and they are jealous. Now, I've worked very hard to have my voice heard. It is one of many voices trying to do so. And I've been relatively successful at that, a product of my hard work. Now, I believe I've made a positive contribution to FMA overall, and whether or not you agree or disagree with my tone and delivery, that's irrelevant. Even my critics benefit, and I hope they feel the sting of irony when they have an interested student knock on their doors because they saw one of my videos or participated in one of my conversations. Now, I don't need recognition or gratitude. I'll just keep working hard at promoting all of FMA while attempting to systematically eradicate, or at the very least expose, members of the community who are demonstrably corrosive. And in doing so, I will make mistakes along the way. I'm not perfect, but the best I can do is to be public with apologies and corrections, something that may not be very Filipino of me. Anyway, in any case, if you're watching this, I hope you continue on your FMA journey. I hope you develop into or continue being an ambassador for it. I hope you enjoy this journey. And despite our differences, I want to thank you for your efforts, because you probably love FMA like I do. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below. If you've got criticisms, please express them with intelligence and civility, and we can have a discussion. Otherwise, let me remind you that this channel and this outlet is my home. It's my family system. And I won't hesitate to do what's best for it. My name is Paulo Rubio. That is my real name. I don't hide behind a pseudonym. I don't hide behind a fake profile. Okay? I just want to say again, thank you for loving the Filipino martial arts. Thank you for continuing to promote it. Until next time, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that like button. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that we are a Filipino martial arts community, and it will spread our message even faster to those who also love and belong to this wonderful Filipino martial arts community. Thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it. It really does help. And until next time, peace.